Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of solving graphs. This is standard 7.6G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 33 of the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and then we will look at our answers together. So Ms. Gonzalez is gathering data on the number of vowels in the first and last names of her students. So we've got the data shown here on this dot plot. And it looks like it's a pretty simple dot plot here, but look at this. We need to translate this into percentage of students with 5 or more vowels. So in order to turn this into percentage, first we're going to need to go turn this into a fraction. And that fraction is going to have to turn into a decimal. And that decimal is going to have to turn into a percent. So a little bit of work cut out in front of us here. So let's just put some numbers on these, because that 5 is quite a bit. So I've got 1, I've got 3, I've got 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to kind of keep this as like my 5 line right here so I can count above it. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 10, that's a 5, 6, 7, 2, 1, 1. All right, so what I need to do now is I need to find the total, because if I can find the total of all of this, I can make a fraction and then start the process of turning that into a decimal, turning it into a percent. So rather than just lining all of these up, you know what I want to do is I want to see if I can make tens. Because making tens is always easier. So I'm going to circle what I've used so far right there. So besides the 10, I've got a 7 and a 3. So that's a 10. If I do 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I circle these guys right here, I'm going to get 5, another 5, 10. All right, so all that work and it's just 30. That's not too bad. All right, so 30 is going to be my total on my denominator. Now, what I need to do for my numerator is to find 5 or more. So we're going to do greater than or equal to 5, which means we're including 5. So I've got 10, let's see, 10, 17, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so all these guys right here equals 21. So there's my fraction. So I'm a third of the way there. 21 out of 30 students have 5 or more vowels in their first name. Now let's turn this into a decimal. Well, we can there's two different ways to do this. Let me show you the long way, then I'll show you the short way. You can always divide up. No matter what, you can always divide up as a fraction. Just divide the denominator into the numerator. So 30 does not go into 21, goes into 210. Looks like 7 times, because that's going to be, yeah. So that's going to work. Now, 0.7, that's my decimal. Look what I could have done. I also could have done this. I could have done 21. I didn't reduce this at all. But you know both of those are multiples of 3. So I'm going to divide both of these by a factor of 3. Guess what I'm going to get? 21 divided by 3 is 7. 3 divided by 3 into 30 is going to be 10, so 7 tenths. So those are the same things. Obviously, this gets me straight into a decimal, but I also know that that is also the same as 0.7. So another way would have been to go ahead and try to reduce first. Simplify. Even if you don't get into something that's got a denominator of 10, 100, or 1,000, it's going to be easier to divide with a smaller denominator, because that turns into your divisor. Now finally, percent. We're going to take our 0.7. Decimal to percent is when we move it over once, twice, and we add that 0 because it's kind of blank. 70%. So our answer here is going to be D. 70% of students have 5 or more vowels in their first and their last names.